Bum 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 bum. The Peter Dislike Show. Bum 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 bum. 3 years ago, when I began my intermittent fasting journey, I discovered there was always one weakness that got to me. It wasn't my favorite food per se. It wasn't social related issues, right? Sometimes you see various people. I could say no to food easily. In fact, at the very beginning, I didn't have to say no to anybody because we were all quarantined, right? The problem was that a lot of times I couldn't sleep without that one meal. And I remember thinking of it as my body holding me hostage until I gave it what it wanted to. And I was very fortunate we were in quarantine. A lot of times I couldn't sleep. So be it. I'll write another computer game. I'll binge watch another episode of Unsolved Mysteries or whatever favorite show I was watching at the time. It's not the end of the world. I really don't have the luxury of saying that anymore, unfortunately. And I distinctly remember one fast that I did that I broke a little bit earlier than I wanted to. What had happened was we were commiserating the 20th anniversary of 9/11. Actually, the 19th anniversary, 2020. And I wanted to fast 1 minute for every victim, 2,996 minutes, and I made it. And I wanted to keep going because of how lightweight I felt. But I wasn't feeling right, and I knew I couldn't sleep until I ate. So I broke the fast. I didn't eat anything crazy or anything. I think it was some baking chocolate, some dried figs. And now that I've already broken the fast, I decided I might as well go to bed at a more normal time, right? It was maybe 7, 8 in the afternoon. I thought I should stay up a little bit longer so that I don't wreck my sleep schedule. Now that I'm going to be eating anyway, as soon as I ate it, I crashed. And then I woke up, it must have been 3, 4, 5 in the morning when I woke up, and I really kicked myself because I crashed only 10, 15 minutes after breaking the fast. I thought to myself, if I had only hung in there 10, 15 minutes, I could have extended that fast by at least another 8 hours. It was very frustrating when I thought of it that way. The truth is, it probably wouldn't have worked because I probably wouldn't have been able to fall asleep without that meal. I call it a hostage meal or a ransom meal sometimes when my body demands it before it will let me sleep or do anything else, right? Unfortunately, I don't have necessarily that big a problem with fasting anymore. Lately, it's been more with masturbating. My body demands that I masturbate in order to allow me to sleep or to do a number of other bodily functions, right? Sometimes I also get constipated until I do it. You get the idea, right? It's almost like my body puts a halt to everything else until I give in. Now, you might be wondering, well, why do you want to quit masturbating then? I suspect my need to masturbate often pigeonholed other aspects of life. So I talk about toxic workplaces that I've been involved in, and a lot of my viewers question, well, why don't you ever speak up for yourself? It's tough when you're sitting face to face at your boss's office and you can't wait to get out of there to masturbate. A lot of times you'll just okay everything your boss says. I know it sounds weird to anybody who doesn't have an addiction, but the worst thing you can run into is to be face to face with your boss needing to get out of the area to do something, whether it be to have a cigarette, masturbate, binge eat, binge watch a YouTube video, anything that pigeonholes your ability to sit face to face with your boss will really hinder your career. I know it's tough to believe if you don't have any of these soft addictions. Anyway, soft addictions are the worst because they pigeonhole your life without really creating any physical symptoms that you can use to excuse yourself, right? Anyway, that's in a nutshell why I want to quit masturbating and how it was holding me back. I find that when I'm not needing to run to masturbate, I find I talk a lot more sensibly with people. When I'm not, oh my God, I need to get out of here. When is this conversation going to end? And imagine I don't have to imagine this because I ran into it. Imagine getting into a car accident. Your car is totaled and you live out of your car and you need to replace that car. You're probably not going to shop for the best deal, right? That's how life as a masturbating addict feels like, or you're always rushing things to your own detriment.